Hello and welcome to another edition of the Mayor Dan Paletko Show. I'm very pleased today to have as my guest Jackie Lovejoy from the Dearborn and Dearborn Heights Greater Chamber of Commerce.
Thank you.
Jackie, thanks for coming as my guest.
It's my delight as always. Thanks.
Well, you have always so many great fun events and activities in the Chamber. So why don't we start by you telling us some of the upcoming events that the Chamber has going on.
Well, you know, we had 46 events in 2014 and 16 were complimentary to our members. So we have a full roster for the fall agenda. Next week on October 15th, Thursday night at Bailey's, we have an MSU U of M tailgate. And it's a $5 cover charge that covers our, the donation goes to our Young Entrepreneurs Academy. And we're ramping up for that. That'll start towards the end of October. And that we take 30 students. If there's anyone still interested, we'd love to have students apply to that. They go through 30 weeks of curriculum, and it's kind of a Shark Tank apprentice kind of situation. 10 weeks of business planning, 10 weeks of business plan creation and doing their prototypes. They pitch to an investor panel for seed money, and then we have a trade show at the end.
Okay, now Bailey's, and I've been there before. That's on
Yes.
Michigan Avenue, but I don't know the cross street.
Michigan and Mason.
Mason.
And we're in the lower level, and we're going to have hopefully a pep band. We have some great raffles, appetizers, of course, a cash bar. From 5:30 till 8, it'll be fun. Wear your team colors, even if you're, as we like to say, a Walmart Wolverine. Whoever you support, Michigan or Michigan State, come on out. Of course, if you want to wear your own team's colors, we will not throw you out. We will not turn you away.
You can tell
Yes.
who I favor, but I'm wearing my school colors. And parking, Dearborn no longer charges, so you can park for free in back of Bailey's and conveniently
Exactly.
walk.
Exactly.
Good. So
Yeah.
that's coming up again next
That's Thursday the 15th,
Thursday the 15th at what time?
5:30 till 8.
5:30 to 8. So that sounds like a great event. And
That's loads of fun. We do lots of community events, lots of legislative events, all sorts of things. Tonight, you and I will be at the Conference of Western Wayne.
yes.
And that's a unique event because we represent 18 communities outside of Detroit, over 700,000 residents, and more than 54% of the tax base of Wayne County. We talk about the economic influencers of our area. So you and I are doing that tonight. That'll be loads of fun.
Yeah, that is a lot of elected officials. We meet roughly once a month. And then when I became mayor, I also joined the Downriver DCC, which I'm not sure exactly, but it's Conference of Cities, I think.
Yes.
Downriver. And they have next month their chamber. There's a combination thing, but it's nice because it gives us as mayors an opportunity to, in a relaxed atmosphere, to talk to some of the business community, but also one another. And a lot of times there's been like great ideas and great decisions to work cooperatively together with other cities that have come as a result of these dinners. So.
Exactly. Lots of great connections, and people get access to their leaders that they don't normally bump into on the street. So it's a great event to come out to.
Unfortunately, that's not open to the public.
You know what?
Yes?
Well, we sell tickets to the public, but we are sold out this year.
Oh, okay.
So if you have me back, you and I can talk about all the issues discussed tonight.
So next year in October, they can.
It's usually the first week in October. If you check in with the chamber in September, we're happy to sell you a dinner ticket. Sure.
Okay, so that's coming up, and you have some other events that are coming up.
Boy, we have some exciting stuff. The Michigan Association of Chamber Professionals is bringing the annual conference, and it's the 50th anniversary, to Dearborn this year. So for people who don't know, Michigan has more than 300 chambers. Oakland County has more than 50.
Wow.
And they put on chamber education, and it's a 3-day conference at the end of October. And so that's great because people are diverging on our area, and we're taking them to area restaurants in Dearborn, Dearborn Heights, Taylor. So we're doing like a mini taste of our area so everyone gets to experience the flavors that they like. And then that Thursday, the 29th, we have our Business Builder Breakfast tied into that chamber education. And Lieutenant Governor Brian Calley and Justice Bernstein are coming, and they're opening up that day with us at 7:30 at the Dearborn Inn. So we have tickets available for that as well. So if you want to mix with people from around the state, and a lot of them are chamber ambassadors and volunteers, and a lot of them are chamber execs like me. And it's a great educational 3 days. So we're thrilled to host that. And we put in a bid a couple of years ago, and they blessed us, and they're coming, and we're going to have an awards dinner at the Henry Ford, and we're traversing all different educational tracks: entrepreneurism, manufacturing, cultural, a CEO track, and people will be on buses for those 3 days going from location to location just to see what we're about, to see our unique industries. It'll be fantastic.
Yeah, and let me put in a couple plugs here. One is for small business. I mean, when I was growing up, my dad was part owner of an appliance store, and most jobs in America are really generated by small businesses, and that's why it's important that for those of you watching this program, and I always try to go to that local businessman when I need a product, because you get better service and they can meet your needs, and they're usually very informed of the products that they sell, and they can be very competitive, sometimes even beating the big box stores, but they really they're the backbone of economic development in the United States of America. So it's important that we support. They pay local taxes, they do all the kinds of right things that make America go. And so got to put a plug in for them.
And that's right. And we're taking them to Eppinger's, to Dearborn Brewing, to the Glass Academy, just to name a few of the stops along the tour. And 70 cents of every dollar spent locally stays in the local economy. That's another great reason. We're building our own neighborhoods up, you know?
And if you're a businessman and you are not a member, businessman, businesswoman, not a member of the chamber, I can't encourage you enough. I know that when my dad had his stores, he was a member of the local chamber. The stores were not located here. One was in Hamtramck, one was in West Detroit. But that sharing and taking advantage of, like, your training, the camaraderie and the things that you learn. And the other good thing is, quite frankly, I think all small businesses share a certain kind of element by networking with your own is really positive, and it's not that expensive.
No, it's not. And it's one of the, marketers say it takes 27 touches for somebody to be top of mind. So whether it's radio, TV, print, coupon books, whatever you do, the chamber is one more touch where you're in front of people, and you become the natural go-to. It's a great network.
Well, for instance, example, and I've seen this happen time and time again, but let's say that you're the local jewelry store, and maybe I'm the, the small grocery store. And people come in and they deal with me, and so they go, I'm looking for a good jewelry store. And they'll say, I'm a member of the chamber. This Jackie is really a good you ought to go see Jackie. She's got good stuff, make a good deal for you and everything. And that word of mouth and the referrals, and when they trust one businessman and they make the referral, that's a deal that's solid.
That's a wonderful calling card, and that kind of leaps into my November 5th event, Meet the Purchaser. And one of our big success stories is Locksmithy. Steve Smitty is a one-man door installation company along with locks. And he came to Meet the Purchaser a couple of years ago and interfaced with Henry Ford College, and now he's a provider for Henry Ford College.
There you go.
So we have Blue Cross Blue Shield, DTE, we have a variety of large conglomerates, as people think of, and how they can do business with them. And I have to tell you, sitting through this event for 2 years, you're amazed at how little red tape and paperwork there is. So we encourage all of our small businesses to come out to that. That's November 5th, and that's one more thing we do for small business.
Yeah, I can't emphasize that enough, that is extremely important. So if you're not a member, tomorrow, pick up the phone and you can call Jackie.
And I did not pay this gentleman to say that. Thank you.
And having grown up in a small business household, I mean, I recognize the positiveness, but also having worked with you, Jackie, I know how much you and your organization can provide, and we need strong small businesses in any community. It helps secure and make the neighborhoods in the city better. So it's really, everybody benefits from this. But I'm shocked that people will tell me, even neighbors, they go, yeah, we drove, and I know these places are 8-10 miles away, that they're shopping at big box national realtors, and I'll sit there and I'll say, right down on Warren or Ford Road or Van Born, you know, there's this really good guy, and this is what he does. And they go, oh, I wasn't aware of that. And then when they try them, they come back and they go, you were absolutely correct. And because we've all experienced it. You go in a big store, and no one can help you on anything. There it is. If you don't want it, that's it.
That's it.
But you can get somebody you can talk to and say, well, I'm using this product in this way. And they'll say, oh, well, this is what you need. This is how you do it. They'll take the time. And if something goes wrong with it, they always stand back and help you out. So.
Well, that kind of flashes back to what we do in the summer. We do the first Tuesday in August, we do Family Fun Day. And we highlight all of our small businesses. We create a scavenger hunt that families go to bring people in the door of local businesses they wouldn't normally go to. So that's loads of fun too. That's next August.
You have that, and then don't you do a taste of Dearborn too?
We do the Taste of Dearborn for our member restaurants, and for those that are outside the immediate footprint of Michigan Avenue, we offer space at the Chamber. And for $25, the public gets a wristband to sample it. And this year we had 27 restaurants, and people are always amazed that we have such a wide variety. And we get almost 1,000 people from Southeast Michigan, and it's spread out. We provide transportation and buses, and it's great. And we always encourage our restaurants to have some sort of follow-up coupon, so they know not only that their bar bill went up that night of Taste of Dearborn, but then those people come back and they're like, hey, I had great appetizers at the Matador.
Yep.
And so they come back, or at Carrera's.
Yep.
And so then they come back.
And we do a Taste of the Heights during our festival, and
The first weekend in June, yeah.
And I've heard this time and time again. Well, I passed by that restaurant. I had no idea. This is like, we got to go there and have dinner. And it's a nice way. And I've yet, you can always tell the people that are pro at that, because they bring like a little cutout half box. And so, because carrying wise, it becomes difficult. I always forget to bring a tray or a thing.
Yes.
But there's so much food, I couldn't eat all that anyway.
Yes, exactly.
But that's a fun event too. So.
Those are all good, yeah, delicious.
And then I know I've participated, you're connected with the Dearborn Homecoming, because I've had my hot rods in
the car show.
Yeah. It's always nice how many people will come up, and there's a lot of individuals who went maybe to elementary school or did some schooling in Dearborn but now live in the Heights. The two communities are very connected.
Oh, extremely.
And in fact, because when I had dinner with Mayor O'Reilly on Friday night, he was indicating, we were at a joint dinner, and that his wife basically grew up in the Heights, and so all her memories and a lot of that, but the two communities, and I spent a few years in Dearborn as a youth, so.
Oh, it's wonderful. I mean, we have a great symbiotic relationship. I mean, besides 100,000 plus residents, we also have 140,000 employee residents who drive into our area every day that, patronize our small businesses. And it's a wonderful, I think it's a wonderful marriage, and the way you and Mayor O'Reilly have blended services and saved money, I think that's a huge calling card for our whole Southeast Michigan.
Well, one of the positives is we like each other, we're good friends, besides both being a mayor, so I just enjoy his company. And so even though we were at an event, a very nice event on Friday night, that we probably both thought we were going to be there about an hour and a half, we were there for 4 hours. It gave us a long time to talk. So from that standpoint, was kind of nice, because it's hard sometimes for us schedule-wise to get together, but it gave us an opportunity, since we were sitting together and time was moving on, that we were able to talk. So we have some things in store for our residents that I think they'll be really excited about in the near future.
Okay. Anything you want to tip your hand about today?
No, because it's like, I've had him on as a guest, and we forget that we're on TV. I try to do this, so we're just like, we're in our living rooms just chatting, but you and the audience get to listen. And so he has, on a couple occasions, forgot that we're even on the TV, and he'll mention something, and then afterwards I go, it's not a problem for me, but I hope you don't have labor problems when you go back to your city. But those things happen, but we're always looking. We think the library things that we've done have worked very well. But yeah, there's more items that we feel, because the borders are really artificial, and to the extent. But I mean, I've had residents tell me, "What are the Dearborn fire trucks always driving through Dearborn Heights?" And I go, "They all fuel up. We do joint purchasing, saves us money.
Yep.
But the tanks are at the North End Fire Station in Dearborn Heights, so outer drive trucks, and they come and fill up, and there's a lot of other things that we do together."
Oh yeah, that's perfect.
So, did we cover all the events? or
Well,
you
you
got
know,
some
we do
more?
Small Business Saturday, which is November 28th. That's the Saturday between Thanksgiving and Black Friday and Cyber Monday. So we highlight our small businesses at that juncture as well. We usually have a program in place with the U.S. Chamber and American Express. So, you know, stay tuned. We'll have details out about that soon.
And you have is it monthly or more often than that? You have a page in the Press and Guide, right?
Yeah, it's monthly, and the Times Herald as well, too.
And so that outlines a lot of the events. And you feature usually a local business in there.
We highlight all of our ribbon cuttings of the area, whether they're members or not members. We want you to be welcome in the community, want you to come and do good business and bring great commerce to our neighbors.
And I hope the Bob Bancraft shared with me the city takes care of cable and Homeland Security and things, but he was taking pictures, and I saw a picture of you at Papa John's rolling the dough up. And he just got it perfect. You slung it into the air, and there's your picture. So is that going to be in the newspaper?
I don't know if that's going to make the paper, but that's a little known fact. As far as I know, I was the first delivery girl in the state of Michigan for Domino's. And I did it for 6 years, and the first year was 1985. And I know how to slap dough. Everyone was a little amazed, and I tossed it in the air. And
You did, but he got a very good capture where the dough's
Yeah.
slinging over your head.
and I have my head's up. It's not going to land on
No,
me.
so it was a good picture. So I hope that ends up in the paper so everybody can see
I have
that.
many. I'm not much of a cook, but boy, I can slap pizza dough.
Okay. So, but
Yeah.
you don't deliver pizza anymore, I take
Not
it.
anymore. No.
Okay.
I'm plenty busy.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Any other events that we have?
Holiday Gala's coming up
Oh, wow.
December 10th, and that's the first Thursday in December. And we're moving to a great new venue. We're going to be at the Arab American National Museum this year, moving down towards East Dearborn. And they have a beautiful industrial annex, so we're looking forward to that. That'll be loads of fun. And just check out the Chamber website, dearbornareachamber.org, or call the Chamber. And should I say the phone number? Or?
You can, and what we'll do is we'll put it on the bottom of the our show here, and then
Okay.
if people want to join or thought of something that they'd like to participate in, then they can call the number. So
and
why
we
don't you give
encourage
us the
that.
number, and we'll show it in the back.
It's 313-584-6100. Maybe it'll go that way. I don't know.
That I couldn't tell you. They magically do those kinds of things, so they do. We got great staff over here for the
You do. It's wonderful.
cable operations.
It is. It's wonderful. They're so kind to me. Yes.
Now, your office is in the library building on Michigan Avenue, right?
Yes, Michigan and Mason. We're next door to Buddy's. We're in the historic Bryant Library. It wasn't the home that Clara Bryant grew up in, but it is a Bryant family home, and Henry Ford and Clara donated it to the city. And it was the main library until the Centennial Library was built. It's a beautiful stop. It's on the DIA tour. There's beautiful 1920s alfrescoes on the inside of it.
Okay.
It is. It's a stunning building. We're on the main level. And I tell everyone I got lucky. The chamber moved before I got there, so they did the build out. They moved all the file cabinets, all the furniture, built the conference room, and it's all green technology, LEEDs approved. So yeah, it's a great place to come to work every day.
And you got a great staff. I mean, well, you have one of the people that were on my staff, Ronnie, but
Yep.
you do have a very excellent staff, and everybody works together. And given all the programs you have, you need all those people in order to keep this all coordinated and make it run as well as it does.
Exactly. There's 4 of us on staff, and then we have a wonderful team of ambassadors too, because many hands make for light work. I say it all the time. We couldn't do everything we do without our volunteers.
I see John Sadikian everywhere, so.
I know. John's great. Mike Magna. I could go on and on. Lynn Killian.
Yep.
We have a full staff, and they'll be on hand for the convention too. They're going to help. They'll be on the buses talking about Dearborn with our visitors. They'll be directing traffic at the Dearborn Inn. So yeah, they'll be very, very helpful.
Excellent. Did we cover everything?
I think that's everything.
Well, that's quite a schedule.
If I've missed something, please check out the chamber calendar.
Okay. Well, we'll see you later tonight for dinner.
You will.
And look forward to being with all the people that are going to be at that conference center at Ford. And I want to thank you for being a guest on the show, but also want to thank you for all the things that you and your organization does for the residents, for the businesses in the city of Dearborn Heights. You do a great job.
Thank you.
You're fantastic, and we're so glad to have you.
I'm delighted. You've heard me say it before. This is my dream job. This is my last employer didn't realize by sending me out into the community, they groomed me for this role, and I am just delighted.
Well, it shows.
Thanks.
It shows.
Thanks.
So I want to thank everybody for watching another edition of the Mayor Dan Paletko Show, and support our local businesses.